Howdy y'all, Pyrex is here. Thought I'd get out today. It was a rainy day, and even though it's still kind of hot, now it's kind of muggy, so it's all sticky and everything. But I thought I'd come out and explore part of the Sheepskin Trail that I haven't shared with y'all yet. I'm right at the point. Now that's where I started last time, and I went down this way. This is Nyland Road, down where those yellow markers are. As you can see, that sign says share the road. And from here, now we're going to go this way through the town of Point Marion and down to the West Virginia border line. That's the terminus of the Sheepskin Trail on this end. The other end is over, it connects up with the gap over in Dunbar, I think it is, or Connellsville, one of the two. So, excuse me. Yeah, we're gonna just take a walk down this trail. It's a couple of miles. I'll be turning it on and off, and hopefully we'll get away from this road here pretty soon. I've never actually gone on this part of the trail from here up to Point Marion Park, and it goes through town. You can see town up there in front of me, and yeah, figured it was a good day for a walk. Got a lot of my energy back after my injury, and yeah, we're doing good. I mean, my leg's still swollen up a little bit, but hopefully all this walking I'm doing will help it heal quicker. Now this is the Cheat River. This is the bridge that crosses over. You can see remnants of old bridges. I think there was an old road bridge and there was an old railroad bridge as well. But the Cheat River is really nice. It's usually fairly clear compared to the Mon, which is over there, which can't hardly see. Let's see if I can extend it up. Yeah, kind of. I guess you can maybe see a little bit of it from there. But that's this is where the Cheat River connects with the Monongahela River. This is the Cheat, and that over there is the Monongahela. And it's just a lovely river to, you know, recreate in. I do a lot of fishing here in the Cheat and in the Mon. I used to take my kayak, put it in at Point Marion Park, and then I used to like go all the way up the river this way for about a mile, 2 miles. But I haven't done that in a while. You can see that big concrete piling way down there. I think that was the old railroad bridge. Yeah, all kinds of structures along here. All right, I'm gonna turn it off for a little bit now and see what else comes up interesting next. So here we are at the end of the bridge, and you can see they got some nice little flow going down there from the rain we just had. Oops, a little cockeyed there. I like being up high where I could see things like this. Here it's a little sketchy because I don't know if the trail goes this way down the main road or if it goes to the left here and out through town. I'm really not quite sure. I'm thinking that because of this, the way it curves, it probably goes this way. Oh, look, we got a little red mulberry tree trying to grow here. Sure, there's probably lots of those along the trail. There's another little one there. I never see fruit on the red mulberry trees, only on the white mulberries. Those are the ones from Asia. The red mulberries are native, but the white mulberries aren't. Yeah, this is definitely the trail, because I can see a little information sign down here. We're going to see what that is. I like that they put those information signs down here along all the trails. But yeah, this hopefully I'll still be alive when they get the Sheepskin Trail done. I mean, I'll be 60 next year. I'm 59 this June, which just passed. So yeah. So let's see. I don't know. It might take a while. Here we go. The Cheat River. Oh, that's nice. A little timeline down here. French headquarters. George Washington becomes first owner, which becomes... I didn't know that. Interesting. Railroad bridge is built. Highway bridge is dedicated. Lakeland Dam is completed in 1927. Wow, it's been there that long. And look how they destroyed the bridge, I guess. Oh my, horse and buggy. That was a ferry. Well, that's pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna have to turn you off and read this, so I don't want to waste the film on that. So all right, we'll see. I guess the trail goes up and around that bend and then through town. We'll see some pretty old buildings, I'm sure. Alrighty. Okay, after I read that sign, I looked at the trees around me, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited because I finally came across some hackberry trees, which I've been looking for forever. The way you can tell, I mean, the bark is very unique. It's like a corky kind of bark. Oh my gosh, you see that? Yeah, so, and here's a bigger one here. A little bit bigger. There's a bunch of them in here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I see. At least 4. And then I double checked to make sure. It's got some kind of growth fungus on the leaves. I don't know if you could see that with the light. But here you can see the hackberries here. Also called sugarberry tree, I think. I think that's one of the names. There's another little berry. I'm gonna have to come back here when they're ripe and try my first hackberries. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I actually got to see my first hackberry tree. I mean, I probably walked past them, you know, on my hikes without ever knowing, but it's been like all this year I've been trying to find some hackberries and hackberry trees, and I can finally say that I actually finally found them. So that's a very productive trip. Oh, look at this. We got a nice little area down there by the river. Probably a nice little fishing spot down there for people, local people, or maybe just have a picnic. And yeah, we got some hickories in here, black walnuts, all kinds of good stuff. I think that's another. No, that's not a hackberry. That's, what is that? Is that a, I don't know what that is. Slippery elm, I think. Well, like I said, I'm so excited I got to see my first hackberry tree. All right, yeah, and here we are. Guess we're going through town. I don't think that's definitely not the trail. Let's go this way. It's not very well marked, so I'm kind of like, I don't know, kind of just trying to follow my nose. But by knowing where it is farther up that way, I think it's reasonable that this is the way. Got a lot of nice little daisy fleabane flowering here. Oh, okay. Got some abandoned building here. Keep out. That's kind of spooky. Oh, old brick building, brick-faced building at least. Got some wood paneling on it too, so it's kind of interesting. Oh, there's a nice church, it looks like, back there. I really like the older buildings. Oh my gosh, like this one here. Wow, look at that old building. That sucker. Some kind of, wow, that's an amazing old building. Wonder what the roof is like up there. But Morgan's Service and Repair, and wow, they still got the name up there. They must have been in business forever. Yeah, there's a little church here too. I like it when the ivy grows up all on the building like that. Hope I'm not bouncing around too much. Ooh, a little winded already. Oh yeah, look at that nice old building. Coming around the back here. Yeah, that's definitely, you can see the sign up ahead of me shows a biker hiker thing, so I guess we're on the right track anyways. Yeah, there's that other old, looks like a church building, but windows are all broken out, so it might be abandoned. Yeah, this is Point Marion downtown, and yeah, it's like first time I've actually walked this little area. Okay, got a nice little sitting area, somebody on a bench. Another old buildings. I like that second story on there. Old hardware store, VFW post. Little Norway spruce. Nice little informational sign about Albert Gallatin. Alrighty. Old gas station hasn't worked forever. Okay. Crossing the road. Oh, here we got another sign. Nice. Historic downtown Point Marion. Oh, first English and German immigrants in 1751. Wow. A lot of neat old information and a lot of neat old history here. I got a little crab apple tree. Little crab apples on there. Well, at least the trail's not too wet. It's kind of got that fine gravelly grit kind of stuff that we're walking on, so which is pretty good. Oh, there's an actual apple tree too. Got apples on it and everything. American Legion, BFW. I know there's a Eagles Club down here. A lot of those old clubs and veteran clubs and stuff around here. Another neat old building with, I like the way those stairs go up the side of there. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm kind of far away. But yeah, a lot of neat stuff to see. Even in this old part of town. Look at that old concrete retaining wall. Must have been like a depot or something where they store or probably hauled goods out of here or something. If this was an old rail line right here that I'm on, then this was probably some kind of depot where that concrete basin is. Probably a train yard. But that's just a guess. I don't really know the history or anything like that. Here's some water over there. Somewhere down in there behind all these weeds. Oh, and look at all the teasel. It's not purple yet though. I love teasel. It's one of my favorites. I really do like teasel. Interesting fact for those of you who don't know, that plant, when it dries out, in the old days they used to use it to tease wool. They'd whack it up against the wool and tease the wool with it because it has all these little spikes on it, and it would catch the wool and it would tease the wool. That's why they call it teasel. Interesting little fact. A lot of teasel in here. I think it grows all over the country, but it's very prolific here. Oh, crossing one of the last roads. Oh, another nice old building. That one's all boarded up too. A lot of the older buildings I notice are all defunct and closed off, and I like the stairs, the way they do the stairs like that. Really something. Okay. Well, there's the old bridge that goes over to Greene County, that blue bridge. And I better get across the street before this vehicle comes. Okay, I think we're pretty much out of town. Now if I'm right, I'm guessing that this is going to be a nice little woodsy patch and stretch, and it's going to come back out by the Point Marion Park. I'll turn it off for now because pretty much looks like it's going to be all the same little greenery from here on out. Okay, down the trail a little bit, I just wanted to take a picture of this beautiful, huge old weeping willow tree. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? Yeah. I mean, that is a really nice specimen there. And I also noticed there's a lot of this Joe Pye weed here. I mean, oh my gosh, this thing's got to be like 10 feet high. Well, yeah, if it was sticking straight up. If it was sticking straight up, it would be at least 10 feet high. But the butterflies love this Joe Pye weed. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Sometimes you'll get like 5 or 6 of them crowding on there. Definitely love this old tree. Oh, see, there's a butterfly there. Talk about, just mention them and here they come. They're like, did someone say butterfly? I want to get in on the picture. Came across a couple more hackberries too, or hackberry trees, so like I said, just definitely a lovely trip so far. I'm just kind of excited. Oh, we got a nice little spear of mullein here. Hasn't started flowering yet, and it's kind of a short one because they get like 10, 12 feet tall too. Black locust. Grapevines all like crazy. Oh my goodness, we got MUD mud, as Day Hike Dave would say. As I guess what Bob, I think. MUD. I almost slipped in there. Oh, let's see. Oh my goodness. I just love all this greenery around me. I mean, I know it does my heart good and everything, and I hope you guys all get something out of it from watching me. But I don't know, sometimes I think what I find interesting most people find kind of boring, but I could be wrong, and you know, I guess I'll never know unless people start commenting more and giving me some clue, giving me some ideas of what to put more emphasis on and what to kind of ignore. Like I said, I find pretty much practically everything interesting. Like this sumac tree. This is staghorn sumac because it's got hairs on it. So I saw some smooth sumac back there too. Oh, here's another little red mulberry tree. Mulberries, you can see how the leaves, some of them are lobed like this. Okay, and then some of them are just like that on the same branch and everything. That's how you can tell it's a mulberry tree, because the only other tree that has leaves that alternate their shape like that I'm pretty sure it's the only other tree, is a sassafras tree. Sassafras tree has the simple leaves, plus it has the mitten shaped leaves, and then it has the 3-lobed leaves. Oh, see, we're getting close to the park, I can tell. Got a little area right here that maybe the kids hang out here or something, playing hooky or drinking their beer or whatever. You know how kids are. Oh, no dumping. Gosh, so nice. A lot of trees of heaven coming in now too. Oh, we got some power lines going through here. Oh, there's another hackberry tree, a little one. Oh, a couple more back there. Now that I've actually seen it, now, and especially with that bark, you can't mistake that for nothing. I mean, now it's like, now I know what hackberries are. I can mark that one off my bucket list. I've always wanted to find one, but finally I got that checked off. Should be coming up to the creek here pretty soon too. Yeah, because there's a creek here that enters right where the boat launch is at Point Marion Park. And then Point Marion Park, that's the very edge of town, and then the Sheepskin Trail just goes off into the Riverside Woods. Oh, look at this, wow. I think this is some kind of elm. Or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's not a beech, I don't think. So many leaves have similar shapes. And, ooh, it got dark in here all of a sudden. Spooky. Ooh. I can hear the water running now. So yeah, there's a creek right there, I guess, with the wood there. Well, what do you know? Let's see if we can get a view of the creek down here. It's probably all muddy and murky with all this rain. The river, the Mon River, was really muddy. Oh yeah, it's muddy. I can see there's some, it's kind of overgrown. Can't see anything over here on the right. Oh, look at that. You can't even hardly see anything here on the left either. I guess you can see a little bit down there. Yeah, it's all muddy and murky. Oh, looks like some buckeye trees in here. I wonder if they're yellow or Ohio. I don't think they'd be horse chestnut. I could be wrong. Huh. Yeah, I can hear that water going. But, nah, there's no way I can get a good view of the creek down there. Yeah, it's way overgrown. It's been, this year, now last year was real hot, but it was dry. This year, it's really hot, but it's wet. So this year, we got a lot of this undergrowth. Last year, it was drier, so it wasn't as bad. But like last year, I had to water my garden every day. But now, because it's been high humidity and sporadic rain off and on every like 3 to 5 days. On average, I haven't had to water nearly as much. In fact, I water like every second or third day, depending on the rain. Oh, looky, we got some deer down there. I wish I could zoom in. Yeah, because I don't know if you probably can't see those this far away, but there's 2 deer down there. They're both looking at me. Yeah, they're both staring. I really wish I could zoom in. Let's see. It was this model doesn't zoom in, but it does have a feature where you could like kind of like expand the screen or something, but I haven't figured that part out. So anyways, nice little deer down there, and there's a log with all kinds of mushrooms on it down there. Looks like a bunch of pheasant back down there by those deer. Oh, yeah, we're getting into the last of the houses. Oh, there's the deer. I don't know if you could see him a little better there. Well, they're off. I mean, they'll probably stand. You'll probably see them as little brown spots on the camera. But they're just sitting there staring at me, not running. Speaking of animals not running, I went out in the backyard. I feed the groundhog in my backyard from my kitchen window. I throw them carrots. And today I was out there. There was a carrot below the kitchen window, and I was out there checking my garden. And it's so funny because I picked up the carrot and I saw the groundhog. He was in the shed, and I started calling to him. My grandma used to go chukka chukka. You know, that's how she used to call the groundhog. So I just do the same thing Grandma always did. And I'm like, hey there, chukka chukka, I got a carrot for you. And I'll be darned if he didn't start walking toward me. He saw the carrot in my hand. He kept inching forward, but he got about 25 feet away. And then I just tossed it to him. I didn't want to, I figured give him time. He'll come out, eat out of my hand eventually. Ooh, got a nice big puddle here. And here's Point Marion Park. All those geese out there, oh my goodness, big flock of geese. But here's Point Marion Park. The river is right down there at the base of the mountain, beyond the basketball courts and stuff down there. That's the boat launch down there. And there's my Jeep. I actually walked from here all the way back there and then came back, but I walked through town. I didn't come down the trail. I wanted to catch the reaction for my first time being there. Yeah, see, I walked down this road and it goes all the way to the bridge too. And I wasn't sure where it actually cut in, but we found out. And so now we're gonna go down to the West Virginia line. Here's, like I said, the parking area. Sometimes I'll come down here and I'll just take all my gear and I'll walk down to the old lock and dam and do some fishing down here. But it's really nice. I really hope they get more of this trail done. Sheepskin Trail, history and details. I don't know if you can read that, but you can see here, this is up the river. It's interesting they put that little picture there because the trail hasn't extended that far yet. And then more of the history here. So you can freeze the frame and try to read it if you want. All right. Now, I have walked this part of the trail to the West Virginia line before, so it was just behind me there that I hadn't been on before that I wanted to mainly share with that. And I'm so glad I did because, like I said, found those hackberry trees. Come back in the fall and pick a couple off of that tree, see what they taste like. All right, I'm gonna shut her down now until I get down there across the road. Okay, actually I lied. I wanted to get a little thing of another information sign here. More information on the area. I've already read this one. It's all about the glass factories and everything, which are right over there. That's what all those big old buildings are. And more geese down there I can see in the distance. But yeah, those are all the old glass factory buildings. I'll take a couple of shots. So there's a part of the glass building up here, or glass factory building, where we got a tree growing right out of a chimney, which I always thought was interesting. So I'll take a picture of that. Oh, a couple of nice hemlock trees side by side. Or no, it's just maybe just one at the base and split. Very pretty tree. Yep. All right. I'll turn them back on in a few. Ooh, okay. Today it's awful muggy, like I said. It's not that hot, but oh my God. Oh, there goes a groundhog running. You see I'm all wet from, not from rain, just from the humidity mostly. I don't even think I'm really sweating it. But I wanted to stop here because here is a treat. Darn mosquito in my face. We got a nice American chestnut tree. You can see the wider leaves. That's how I can tell it's an American chestnut and not a Chinese chestnut, because those leaves are broader. The Chinese chestnuts, the leaves are thinner. But I've actually tried to get nuts off of this tree before. It's it's fairly big. I don't see any birds on it this year yet, but then my Chinese chestnuts at home only have tiny little ones, so there might be some on here. There might be some on here later. We'll have to see. But that's there's a couple little ones right there. But it's really nice to see an actual American chestnut. Also, right up here, this is the old glass factory, glass works, and here's that tree I was talking about in the, you can see the stack, but you can see this tree growing right out of the bricks. Look at that. Isn't that something? That's just crazy. I think that's a mulberry tree too. But yep, something else. All right, as you can see, we got a ways to go, so we'll see what the next interesting thing is. Well, you can see I've come quite a ways that way. That's a good, at least a quarter mile to a half a mile between that from the edge of town there. Probably closer to a quarter, and then there's a hiker up there, and I can get, it's going quite a ways up that way. Here we got we got a start of a nice little pawpaw patch, and I was checking. I can see there's a ton of fruit up here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna extend this up and see if I can't get. I can't. There's a cluster of them right there, and there's another one right up there. Another one over there. More up there. You can't see those too well. Yeah, just right above the trail here, there's quite a few, and these are all pawpaw trees all back in here, so it looks like there's going to be a lot of fruit this year. It's mixed in here with maples and stuff. The nice thing about this section, now if you ever walk this section of the Sheepskin Trail from the edge of Point Marion, the edge of the town, down to the lock, in this little floodplain down here, there are some magnificent trees. There's some really big sycamore back there that I passed. There's a nice big a nice big black cherry here. And there are some really huge, grand old silver maples down in here too. I passed one already, and there's like two more up here down in this floodplain. But it's got some pretty good old oaks in here as well, like these guys here. I think there's a maple actually, and next to an oak. Yeah, this is a really nice spot, and like I said, just tons of, like, there's spice bush in here. I don't know what this thing is. What is this, a Hercules club or something? Maybe an ash tree, I don't know. Huh, interesting. Thought it was a pawpaw with the bigger leaves there, but no. Anyway, yeah, like I said, lots of spice bush, all these baby pawpaws in here trying to form a little patch, and really nice and dark and spooky in these woods because a lot of these trees are older. Even the trees of heaven in here are really old. I mean, like I think that's what this one here in front of me is. I think that's a tree of heaven. That's a really big guy. Somebody put a number on there or something. Maybe they plan on removing that or something, because they are invasive. Let's see. Oh, we got some more buckeyes here. Not very big, but it's bigger than most of the ones around here. I'm sure there's got to be some full-grown ones. Yeah, there's like I said, a lot of older trees. Not what I would call particularly old growth, but older growth. Like there's another big cherry right in there. Here's a nice sycamore. Yeah, a lot of interesting things. We're getting close to the lock and dam now. But yeah, a couple old beeches up there. Yep. A lot of big, nice old trees in here. Well, down along the trail, we come to the point where the Point Marion lock and dam is. You can see I'm right at the tip of it. Trail's right up there. And I just came down here. There's a guy fishing down here. I didn't want to get him on the camera, but I usually go down there on the rocks and fish off the rocks. Now, the water's pretty high. It's higher than, yeah, my spot where I usually fish is underwater right now. But I used to bring my kayak and sit on that island out there and, you know, do some catfishing there. Of course, I don't go past the buoy there when I was on the kayak. But yeah, this is the old Point Marion lock and dam. You can see it's, you know, this is this last gate always has water flowing through it, so it has a lot of good oxygenated water. Do some good fishing here: catfish, bass, walleye, even muskie in here. So yeah, I've never seen a muskie out of here, but I've seen muskie in here. I've never seen anyone caught one. Drum, white bass, moon eyes, shad. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, striper hybrids. I don't know if there's pure stripers, but I know there's just striper hybrids and bluegill, and, you know, like I said, crappie, all that good stuff. Even caught a little baby catfish one time. One of those oh, what was he called? A stone cat one time right down here. But yeah, I just thought I'd stop here, take a rest. We're gonna be going up the river quite a ways, as far as you can see that way. The old power, I guess it's an old power station, like a, I don't know if it's nuclear power or what. It's got that big round dome thing, but it's the power plant. And I think that's somewhere right around there is where the West Virginia line is. So it's probably another, I don't know, I'm guessing it's probably between a half a mile to a mile. You know, probably somewhere around 3/4. I could be wrong, but all right. Nice little stop, a little excursion. We'll head on back down the trail. Whew, can't believe how much I'm winded. I tell you, I definitely need to get out more, but I wanted to stop here because here's one of them buckeye trees, and I saw the fruit on here, so I wanted to look, and definitely the yellow buckeye, because you see it's got no thorns. Both horse chestnuts and Ohio buckeye have the spikes on them, but this is a yellow buckeye because it has no thorns. So a lot of these little ones, like I said, I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some bigger ones. That's a big tree I have in there. Elanthus, I think is the name. But yeah, those here's a little bit bigger. Yeah, yet another yellow buckeye. I actually like the buckeyes. They're one of the few palmate leaved plants. The ones that have the, like, the fan palmate. Like this is just a simple lobed, and it's a simple lobed leaf, and this is just a simple, you know, regular leaf. This is a compound, because this is right, actually, darn mosquito. This right here where my fingers are, that's just one leaf from here on out. Considered one leaf, and these are leaflets. Yep, I think that's some kind of, what is that, a hickory? I don't know what that is. So many that I don't know. But yeah, these are the buckeyes. They've got the palmate. See, they got the 5. That's one leaf, and these are all leaflets. But a lot of wild roses in here. Yeah, more of that. Some of them it's easy to get mixed up. A lot more pawpaws over here coming in. Yeah, this is a very, very well established greenery forest. I'm not quite sure what all of these trees are, but like these, I don't know I mean, that is such a huge leaf, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, elm leaves look like that, but I don't think they're supposed to be that big. I mean, these are probably more close to the... This might just be because it's low and out of the light. But yeah, that's a... I mean, beech trees, I think, look like that. I think, no, what is the other one I'm thinking of? The, ooh, the one with the funny little leaflet thingies, like the shoehorn kind of... can't remember what the heck. Basswood. Yeah, the basswood trees. I think they have leaves that look like that. Oh, I keep trying to study, but, you know, things don't sink in as quick as they were when I was younger. I think that's another spice bush there. Of course, spice bush, I can always just take a piece off. Yep, that's definitely spice bush. Oh, man, that is like very aromatic. Nice little tree of heaven. Found itself a nice little open spot. A lot of those tree of heavens down this trail. Which, you know, kind of sad. Because, you know, they're so, like the Bradford or Callery pear, they just take over everything, so crowd out the natives. And lovely walk, though. Definitely a good day for it, even though it's muggy and sticky and yeah, you know. A lot more pawpaws down there. A couple black walnuts. I haven't seen too many of those. Yeah, it's like, definitely tell the difference between that and the ailanthus, even though they have the same kind of, whoa, leaf structure. More MUD mud. Look out. I probably should have brought a bottled water with me or something. I had one at home and I could have put it in my pocket, but I don't know. Me personally, I tend to just go on little short 2 to 5 mile hikes, you know, and I don't usually like carrying much with me. Sometimes, like if a book that'll fit in my back pocket, I like to do that, an ID book or something. But basically, I don't like carrying a lot. For me, it's just the bare necessities, you know. Just for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities to life. Yeah, you gotta love that song. But that's pretty much all I bring with me is just myself. And, well, this time, because it was raining, I brought this. I brought my umbrella just in case. Oh, goodness gracious. I love it. I'm just so happy to be out again because I spend way too much time inside since I fell on those steps and messed myself up. I mean, my leg is still, as you can see, still pretty swollen up and beat up, and that thing is slowly healing, but and then compared to this leg, which is, yeah, you can definitely see the difference. Messed it up pretty bad there. But I mean, it's swollen up pretty big around the ankle too, getting a lot of edema, but I got the socks and the shoes on. It doesn't hurt at all, but I can feel it gets tight. And then when I go to sleep, I elevate my legs and the swelling goes down. And then by the time I get out and walk around some more, and it gets all swollen up again, and take Epsom salt baths, and I take my amoxicillin, and yeah, you know, oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I think it's pretty much all like this for a while, so I think there's a couple of things up here we'll take some pictures of, but for now we're just gonna shut her down again. I'll turn her back on in a few. Well, we made it. What do you know? Looky here. Okay, we're at there's the West Virginia line, I suppose, right there. Holy moly. Next to this little box elder tree. And what is this thing? Look at that, it's off center. What is this thing? This isn't a catalpa. I don't know what this, I don't think it's a catalpa. It could be, but it doesn't look quite right. Or what we call a Toby tree here in PA. Yeah, so let's cross over. Oh, what is this? Is this another chestnut or is this a chestnut oak? I think that's a chestnut oak. I'm thinking, oh no, yeah, chestnut oak, I think. Those are usually up in drier areas though. Yeah, okay, here we go, people. Gonna cross over into West Virginia and boom, now I'm in West Virginia. Boom, now I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh, look, I'm in 2 places at once. Surprise. Oh, that was fun. I don't know, I guess they were gonna put a bench there or something. Get a little concrete slab. Not very often you can say you're in 2 places at once. Oh, a nice little sugar maple. Oh my goodness gracious. And now I got that Bare Necessities song stuck in my head. It's funny, I can remember almost all of it, except for the part about the pawpaws. I always get that part mixed up. Of course, they're not talking about the pawpaws we have here, like this little tree. They're talking about the papayas. But, oh my gosh. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head all day. It's like, oh, yep. Look at this. This is just nice. It's even interesting too how, you know, the different color, like these tree, I think these are tree of heaven. They're the color of the bark really makes them stand out. I mean, it's not just a wall of green. It actually is broken up. Maybe those are maples. I don't know what the heck. Huh. Oh, look at this. You don't see this too often. A double compound. What is this, a silk tree? Definitely not something you usually see around here, but yeah, all these little leaflets here are part of this leaflet. And then all of these from here up, that's just one big leaf. And then another leaflet, so that's like a double palmate, or not a double, a double, I get a double compound. All these terms just get me all mixed up sometimes. Yeah, oh, here's a bench. Okay. Yeah, this is really nice. So now we're in West Virginia. Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to go much farther here, but I figure we'll go all the way down so get a good picture of the Morgantown North Rotary. Go down here and get a picture of the power station, the power plant. And then that's probably where we'll turn around, where the power lines go over the river. But yeah, see this tree of heaven? Its bark is kind of like a weird orangish tan, and that's what breaks up a lot of the color in there. Makes it so it's not just one big wall of green, which is what I like. Gives you an idea of some depth. Another black locust there. Oh, a silver maple. I was like, that bark's different. Similar, but different. Yeah. Wow, this one's kind of really red. What is this? Oh, it's a buckeye. Yeah, this bark is like really red. Look at that. And it's got some, what is that? Some kind of vine coming up it. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a bittersweet. I know there's bittersweet down the trail here a ways. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's bittersweet right there. That green stuff growing on the tree. Now, whether it's native bittersweet or the Asian variety, I don't know, because I don't know bittersweet vines all that well, but they have those pretty little red berries that I think stick on during the winter, so that kind of breaks up the winter scenery a little bit with the red. Ooh. Yeah, we got some yellow poplar or tulip trees. There's another black walnut. A lot of walnuts on there too. Yeah, that's a... Boy, it sure got a lot of walnuts on there. You probably can't see them in the camera, but I can see them all because the sun's behind. Well, the sunlight is behind them, not the sun. But yeah, it kind of makes them... looks like a bunch of little black dots. Oh. Here, and we've got a nice little gazebo here where you can stop and have a picnic. We're going to come up to it here pretty soon. Oh, whew. Can't believe how out of breath I am just on this flat trail. This is not great, but I've been working out, exercising every day, watching my diet. Been a lot healthier, lost 7 pounds, so hopefully we can keep that off and lose even some more. Switched over from, started eating a lot less carbs. a lot less carbohydrates, eating a lot more proteins. I'm trying to keep my carbs down 50 or below a day, and trying to consume about at least 165 grams of protein a day. So needless to say, I've been eating a lot of cottage cheese and regular other cheese, and some, you know, like tuna, salmon, chicken, a lot more meats. Every morning though, as part of my carbs, I think 8 ounces of vegetable juice just for the vitamin C, because you don't want to get scurvy. Yeah, look, we've got a nice little gazebo. Whew. Yeah, this is a nice little stopping point. And what do we got here? We got another one of those yellow buckeyes right here. Oh, very, very nice. Very nice. You can just come in here. Look at that, spider webs. Ooh, scary. Yeah, just have it, sit down and relax a little bit, and ooh, catch my breath. Give me a little more in the light. Oh, we got a bird nest up there in the corner. I don't know, I don't think there's anything in there now, but let's see what's up there. Anything? Hello, hello. I doubt it. At least it looks like a bird nest. Maybe it's a rat's nest, because, you know, rats sometimes will get up in there and nest in the eaves of things. Certain kind of rats. I think there are wood rats out here. Wow, this is really nice. Like I said, other than just being all wet and sticky from the humidity, because it just rained, like I said, and it's probably only about 79, 80 degrees. So it's not, you know, it was like 90, 91 yesterday, I think. Ooh, my goodness. This power, look, we got, look down here, we got some hickory nuts. They're starting to fall already. I think those are like pig nut hickories. They're not very big, so. Yep. Now, I know where there's a nice little stand up on the mountain. Now, from my house to the base of the mountain, it's about 1 mile, almost exactly a mile. And then I'd like walk all over the mountains up there. And I found a nice patch of shagbark hickories, and maybe even some shellbark. I'm not quite sure, because shellbark have the bigger nuts. But I usually go up there every year and get me some hickory nuts. I also found some American chestnuts up there, which produce, which they're about as big as that one back there, a little bigger. Oh, look at this. See, here's something else I find interesting. Here we have, this is the maple behind it, through there. And then what's this other one? This other one looks like it might be, I can't tell. I think it's not a black locust. I think it's a sassafras. But yeah, isn't that interesting how they're like hugging? And it's like he's like growing in between there, and then he comes out the other side. Maybe that's a black walnut. I can't. All I see is maple. Oh, it's a locust tree, black locust. But yeah, little stuff like that I think is interesting, the way nature just does all kinds of goofy things the way it grows. Oh, I love it. Like I said, once we get up here to the power station, I think that's where we'll end it. But oh, Japanese knotweed taking over in this section here. That's another invasive that just tends to take everything over, just like, oh. There are huge swaths of it growing along creeks and stuff in my area. I have some in my backyard that I've had ever since I moved here 20-something years ago, and oh, it looks like a nice, what is that? Is that a shingle oak? That's pretty big for a shingle oak. That's what it looks like anyways, from the leaves. I could be wrong. That could be a, oh no, that's a buckeye. You, Anthony, you dork. Can't even, it was a distance away. I was looking at the single leaves and not how they were connected. But, oh well. I hear a coal barge out there on the river going by somewhere. Looks like we got a, oh, there's a nice shagbark hickory right there. Nice big one. Not the biggest I've ever seen. The ones up there that I get the nuts from are bigger than that one, but oh, it looks like a Norway maple. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. I think that's a Norway maple. I'm getting to know all these trees. Like I said, so many that I don't know what they are, but once I get one down, I get it down. Like the hackberry tree, now I can definitely tell a hackberry tree because I've seen it, I've studied it. Now when I see one, I'll know what it is, because it's, let's face it though, it's kind of easy to tell apart. Some of these maples are hard telling the difference between them. Also like oaks and stuff, because they hybridize and then they have features of two different ones. So you're like, wait a minute, is that a post oak or a red oak or a mix, or what is it? Same with the maples, I think. Oh yeah, there's that coal barge. Boy, that is one big, look at that leaf. Holy crap, look at the size of that thing. That's a yellow buckeye leaf. I tell you, I had a sycamore leaf that was like five times bigger than my hand. Yeah, they're all parking over there. Whew. All right, nice little creek going in here. Nice little purple flowers. I don't know what they are, but somebody maybe they're bellflowers. I don't know. Little purple things. Yeah, a little bit of a waterfall going on down there. Real muddy. Real muddy, murky down there. Surprised I haven't seen any deer. Yep. Oh, that's nice down there. Real nice. All right, let's go ahead and oh, gotta watch the bikes, especially those guys that are going fast like him. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and I think the next thing we'll do is when we get to the power plant. Oh, look, we got some burdock growing down here. It just looks like it just started. I have burdock growing in my yard, and it's already got the little burrs on it. So that one's kind of like late. Oh, look at this. I think we got a wild cucumber over here. Wow, look at this. All kinds of neat stuff. No, that's, what is that? Maybe that's something else. There's so many different kind of plants, like a moonflower. No, I think that's something else. It reminds me of certain things, and like I said, I don't get them locked in right away. I mean, hey, when you figure there's thousands and thousands of different kinds of plants. All right, we'll see anything else more interesting up here. And ooh, well, here's another little something I always thought was interesting, because I've seen this before on this trail. It's 6 little buckeye trees growing all together side by side. I like to call them the 6 sisters. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4 in the back, 5 and 6, and they're all yellow buckeyes. I just kind of neat how they make a wall there, and they're almost like one tree at the base. So I don't know, mighty interesting. A wall of buckeyes. Oh, you hear all them horns and everything from the I guess that's like a loading dock or something for the coal barges. I guess mostly coal. I mean, they may haul other things, but I've only ever seen coal in the barges. So not like in the old days, back when they had the canal systems. Like, I'll go hiking on the C&O Canal Trail out of Maryland and, you know, West Virginia, I think, in that area down there. They used to haul timber and coal and coke and other goods and everything like that. Now it's just a recreational trail like this one here. Now this is, like I said, this is West Virginia, so this is the West Virginia Rail Trail system. Look out, mud. Uh-oh, don't walk in that. Whew, goodness, sticky. Oh, all these At least there's not a lot of bugs, because, oh, that's one thing it just bugs, it bothers me like crazy, all these bugs buzzing around my head, especially those biting flies, because they'll come in like real quick and then zap and smack you, and they'll bite you, and oh, not very fun. And then you have to usually run to get away from them. Oh, look at there, we got 2 baby deers. Oh my gosh. Hey babies. Hey little guys. What are you doing, little babies? Hi, twins. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys would get closer. Oh, they got spots and everything on them. Can you guys see those? Oh, there's Mom over there to the right. There they go. Hey little guy. Hey little buddy. Hey little buddies. I knew we were gonna see some deer today. There's Mama. I see Mama right there. Hey Mama. What you doing there, Mama? Boy, they're awful cinnamon color. The other ones were more brown. These ones have a lot of cinnamon-like color up to them. I don't know, I guess that's just West Virginia deer. And their tails aren't very full. I mean, usually I'm used to that big, white, fluffy tail, just like wham, you know, right in your eye. But that one was kind of, I don't know, not too noticeable. Let's see. Wow. Looks like we got a tree fell across here. At least you can still go under it. Boy, it seems like it's taken forever to get to this power station. I think this is an elm tree. Looks like an elm. I wonder. I don't know how to tell slippery elm from Siberian elm from American elm. I'm not sure how to tell the difference. But like if I saw the seeds, I know how to tell the American elm because it's got the little hooks on it. I wonder if I walked past any other deer. Because, you know, I mean, those guys really stood out because they were that deep cinnamon color. But, I mean, there might have been others that I just walked past. They just stop and stare at you and they don't move. But I looked over and I'm like, whoa, baby deer. Spots. Look at them. Isn't that cool? But like I said, I'm surprised I didn't come across more already. Plus, the trail's not very crowded today. I think that bicycle that just went past not too long ago, that was only the 4th person that went past me on the trail. 4 different people. 2 of the guys were at the lock fishing and they were just heading back home. And then there was another guy on the lock that was fishing, but on the trail itself, there was a woman with a dog and then a guy on the bike, and that was it, 4. So surprisingly, not too many folks out today. All right, now that we got that deer on there, hopefully you guys at least got to see a little bit of them. Whew. Well, we're finally here at the power station, but I think I have to go down here a ways farther to get it to open up to actually see anything. But since we were here and I saw these guys, I wanted to take a little shot of these. I think those, I don't know, are these oyster mushrooms or? No, they're tubular, they're not gilled. So, I don't know what they are exactly, some sort of shelf mushrooms, but definitely got a lot of them in here with this fallen woods. Got, all kinds of them in there too. Growing all over that stuff. Oh boy, these weeds are tall. And it'd be nice if I could find another one of them giant puffballs. Man, I found me a giant puffball. It was about the size of a bowling ball last year and got to make me some cream of mushroom soup out of that. Oh my God, it was so delicious. All right, let's get up to the open spot here. Okay people, here we are at the end of the journey. This is as far as I wanted to go. So you can see where it opened up in the power lines, and there is our power plant. You can see how loud and noisy it is. I would have to say that seeing how... That's it, no more. Yep, all out of juice, but that's it. That's the end of the show, people. Well, God bless you all, and see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.